Hi there, guys, and welcome to the Stories of Remnant. This is a podcast where we love to explain our love-hate relationship with RWBY. So, yeah.
Salutations!
Huntsmen, huntresses.
I hope you guys had a wonderful time. We are going to be going into Vol.7, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be back. Like, seriously, like, holy crap. It's been a minute. I've been worried. I was like, man, like, what do I do with the downtime, man? I think, what was that? Like, feels like we waited a year and a half for pretty much RWBY, but it was like a year. Damn, man. Time really flies, though. I won't lie. But we are here to talk about Vol.7, Episode 1, The Greatest Kingdom.
Bonsai! Bonsai!
And I tell you right now, folks, it was... man. Oh, boy. Well, you know what? After the finally getting the ship and being able to travel into Atlas, you know what I'm saying? Team RWBY finally makes it to Atlas. They finally made it. You know, with Murderia driving and Crow, you know, basically just chilling in the passenger side in Team RWBY's ride. So yeah, so pretty much, and then of course you got John, you got Nora, you got Ren, you got everyone's there, man. It's like a wonderful, great moments. But you know, finally everyone's arrived at Atlas, and Atlas is Atlas ain't looking too good, man. Atlas is looking a little scary, and I was kind of surprised by that. You know, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? You know,
Lame.
it was definitely like lame because. Next thing you know, you see like a whole bunch of ships flying around. Everything's on high alert. You hear it through the alarm. Hell, we end up seeing Jimmy, aka we finally get to see how Jimmy is on the monitor. He's looking a little tired, but you know, Ironwood with a beard actually looks pretty nice. So I was like, damn, man, okay, I see you. I was like, all right, not bad. Then, you know, Weiss was trying to contact Winter, maybe seeing if they can, like, get the ship onto the platform so that way they can go ahead and see Ironwood real fast. But Winter's I feel like Winter's a little bit Team Ironwood on the heavy security side, you know what I'm saying? And I agree with Crow. I think it was a good idea to go to Mantle instead of, you know, going on straight to Atlas, flying on, because I feel like they would have been shot down. So, and I don't want Team RWBY getting. I don't need all that yet. Although I did want to see the fights, but I don't see all that yet. So of course everyone's going down the Mantle. You know, I figure it was like, you know, it's a good choice. But you know, Mantle itself looked a lot fucked up. I was not expecting that. That city looked booty butt in the cheeks. I was like, oof, that definitely didn't look good. It was definitely
Nope.
definitely that type of moment. Because I was like, wow. But, you know, granted, everyone had to go there. We needed a place to chill. They needed to get their stuff together, organized. But noticing, like, arriving to Mantle, I kind of noticed a few things. Like, first, I kind of noticed this poster someone was hanging up. And the poster was named Hill. Well, and I believe it's Robin Hill, because, you know, after looking around a bit more into the city, you kind of notice the name. And it seems like Robin Hill is this person who is competing for a seat on the console. And I believe when we get to the part where we take a look at the monitor, where we see, like, by the way, there are fucking journalists being killed. I was like, what? That's the one thing that popped up. Maybe just be like, wait, journalists being killed in Atlas? After Atlas closing his borders and being on super Omega alert. But yeah, it seems like Ironwood is going to be challenged for his position. So I was like, okay. But yeah, man, then out of nowhere, this robot just like comes out of nowhere, takes a picture of Yang, and I was just like,
I can't take it anymore! Could everyone just chill crazy happens again?
Yeah, and then, Yang decides to kick the freaking camera into the middle of the street and it gets hit by a car. And I don't even think the car really give a fuck. Kids were like, damn, throwing the, throwing rocks at the robot and stuff. And it was just like.
So be cool, okay? You're gonna be cool, right? Dude.
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like that robot. Because he was like, where the kids at? Where they at? And I was just like, whoa. And then, of course, Team RWBY kind of gets into it. Well, Blake kind of states, like, yo, the city looks like booty butt cheeks as well, And I was like, you know what, Blake? Yeah, you ain't wrong. And then out of nowhere, this person comes out and he's like, looks at Blake and they're like, whoa, man, we got the greatest kingdom ever. No, that's the name of the episode. So I figured I was kind of hold off on that. But the greatest kingdom ever. I probably should have stated in the early beginning, but I wanted to state it for this because I was like, oh my gosh, it's the greatest kingdom ever.
Whoa, chill out, man, okay? I got it. My God.
Greatest kingdom ever. I'm just saying. And then, of course, the asshole kind of gets into like Blake being a faunus, and Weiss was like, nah, man, we ain't having that. So, but, it kind of made me think, man, like,
Have you no heart?
just go ahead and just talk shit about, you know what I'm saying, Blake being a faunus, man. Let's calm that shit down, man. Damn. And then, by the way, we did kind of notice, like, some faunus in a vehicle with some other people. Definitely looked like they were in the mine digging for dust and stuff for, damn, Weiss, your family is an ass, man. Your brother and your dad, man. Oof, no wonder your mom drinks a lot. But besides that, it's just interesting having those people kind of just defend Atlas, saying like, oh man, if it wasn't for, the fucking what was it, some embargo status, Mantle would be cool. And I'm like, what the fuck is the embargo status, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the big deal? But I was like, all right, man, I'm going to ignore this again. Then, of course, we got Maria. Of course, she takes us to the doctor. And then we end up seeing the doctor, Pietro. Of course, those two know each other. She fixes his eyes. But what's interesting is, Pietro seems to be able to work with Ironwood. So, he kind of gave us the 411 on the Ironwood situation. So I was like, yo, man.
Bonsai! Bonsai!
And the Ironwood situation is this. He thinks the fall of Beacon, ladies and gentlemen. He thinks the fall of Beacon was an inside job. I was like, ooh. I was like, what? Are you telling me that it could have been someone inside Atlas that did it? So no wonder Winter. I feel like that's why Ironwood managed to be, get Winter on his side, and Winter and them are kind of close, man. I'm like, interesting, yes, because it does make sense that how in the world did Atlas not detect the software that was installed back in season 2 when Cinder managed to like sneak in and install it? So that's very strange. I just assumed they were lazy, but I'm like, no, it had to be an inside job. I'm starting to think that, man. Ironwood, I see why you're so paranoid. Interesting. And of course, Pietro kind of also noticed Pietro apparently was kind of oblivion, but he does know Team RWBY because he was told about Team RWBY. But I think the real correlation was the fact of Yang's arm. By the way, I think Pedro definitely worked on Yang's arm, because if there was in one shot, you see the blueprint of like an arm. So there's a good chance he might have worked on Yang's arm. I'm just saying. I think he made Yang's arm. And then of course he knew who Team RWBY was, but he knew who Team RWBY was because of his daughter. Now the question is, who's his daughter? Well, if we go into the next scene, we're gonna go a little fast forward. Of course, the team comes out. They're like, oh no, what's that, a sound? And it's just like, danger, Will Robinson, danger. And then the next thing you know, those
Prowlers of the night
manage to just come out of nowhere, take out those robots. By the way, for those that don't know, the
Prowlers of the night.
is the Grim, but I like calling them the.
Prowlers of the night. Ha ha!
So yeah, and they managed to come on out, and next thing you know, everyone's going to attack mode. Everyone's looking stylish and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Blake saves Yang, Yang saves Blake. Everyone's kicking butt. But the next thing, out of nowhere, lasers and gunfire rain down, taking down the.
Prowlers of the night.
And then who do we see?
Salutations.
We see Penny in this bitch. I was pressing too many buttons. But yeah, we go ahead and see Penny just come on through, and she looks brand fucking new. Like, she got the nice hair, you know what I'm saying? She flying with her feet. Man, Penny definitely matured. But unfortunately, she is only a cyborg, or for those that are fans of anime, because RWBY is anime as fuck. So, of course, I believe Penny is a bio-android. All right. So, yeah, she's definitely an android. Dr. Gero style. But, of course, Penny comes in. Penny sees RWBY. And then they go ahead and, you know, Penny decides to give RWBY a big hug because...
Wow, that RWBY girl is really, really cool. And I want to be her friend.
And they are. So, and then, of course, you know, Penny tries to talk to them and stuff like that. But unfortunately, Penny's got to go. She's got other business to take care of because, you know, she's the defender of this city. Or, in this case... yeah. So, yeah. She's basically king of the castle. Or the king of Mantle in this case. And flies off. And then I want to get to the point where, and I kid you not, man, I don't know why I forgot to say, well, I can't believe Crow said this, but I forgot to say something earlier. Yo, Mantle really does look fucked up. Seriously, if they have a deal, I don't know why I don't know, man. That's just a little crazy to me. The Mantle has like weak ass defenses, like a little bit of robots come out, but the robots get bodied. Next thing you know, if it wasn't for Team RWBY, there would have been more deaths. I do want to mention that John and Oscar really have improved. They definitely did that level up. So, you know, shout out to those guys. They definitely done leveled up. They got a lot stronger taking out those.
Prowlers of the night.
But it got to the point where towards the end, after everything's taken care of, you know what I'm saying, that Crow decides to open his big mouth. And for those unaware, Crow has an extra semblance called Bad the Fuck Luck. And as soon as he had to say he thought things would have gone a lot rougher, boom! They get captured. And I was like, damn. Then, of course, he tried to pull out the
Huntsmen. Huntresses.
card and just be like, hey, man, why are you arresting us? But they're like, well, I feel like it's because you guys snuck into the city, so we're going to take all of you. Although, one of the greatest things was Maria was just watching them, and then she said, oh, hell to the nah. And then she just like, I'm out this piece. She was like, fuck out of here, no jutsu, and just turned around and walked away. And at this point, I was like,
Ho ho! Now what will you do without your weapon?
and apparently everyone just got captured because there was nothing else they can do. And that was it. And then Crow was like, yeah, this is pretty much what I was expecting. And Maria was like, yo, man, you know what I'm finna do? I'm finna go hang out with Pietro. We gonna make out. We gonna get it on. And I was like, oh, snap. I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? She wants to get it on with Pietro. So she wants to.
Sensational.
And yeah, and that's pretty much how the episode ended, man. That's my version of episode 1. The greatest kingdom ever. The greatest kingdom ever. Okay, yeah, sure, probably okay. Yeah.
Nope.
No?
So yeah, man.
Objective complete.
And that's pretty much episode 1. But I do want to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there for at least a season. I don't want to do an episode 2 because episode 2 is going to be coming out, later on this week. So I figure I'm going to talk, at least this episode, I'm going to go into what I expect from season 7. So from season 7, I definitely want to put out there, we are definitely going to have Weiss is going to have a discussion with Winter about what the fuck is going on. I definitely feel like Weiss and Winter are going to have words. They're going to have mincemeat. It's going to be real bad, but they're going to have a discussion. It might even lead into the family. I think it's going to be a whole entire family discussion, but I believe that in a few episodes it's going to be a Weiss and a Winter, and then it's going to be Weiss versus the family. Blake and Yang are definitely going to have a discussion about the Adam situation from season 6. Like, I feel like that has to be discussed. I think Yang is still a little pissed off at Blake leaving. Just a tad bit. I know I would be. But I definitely think that situation is going to be addressed. So there's going to be some conversation going on about that. Crow is definitely going to have a conversation with Jimmy, a.k.a. James Ironwood, but I like to call him Jimmy because, Crow did call him Jimmy. I'm like, bro, I ain't letting that shit go. Jimmy. So there's definitely going to be a discussion about that. Ironwood's definitely going to have a big uphill battle. And I think Salem and of course, the Congregation of Chaos are going to come in and attack. The Congregation of Chaos. For those unaware of the Congregation of Chaos, that is Salem's team. I am going to include Cinder into the congregation. And of course, Salem is immortal, so she's basically a god. And if you're a god, and since everyone listens to her word like it's the word, so it's a congregation, man. This religion, Congregation of Chaos. Ooh. So I think they're definitely going to attack. I believe Ruby and John are going to have a little bit of a fling. Something's going to spark there recently. I think I'm still putting it out there. I think Ruby and John are going to interact in one shape or form. Just saying. But we're definitely going to have a discussion. We're going to learn more from Penny about the situation. I believe that Penny knows about Salem, and I believe that Ironwood believes that Penny could be the key to killing Salem. I don't really believe it. I would have to see it, but I think that's going to set up. But season 7 is definitely going to be the Weiss versus the Schnee family after a while. I definitely believe Blake and Yang are going to have a discussion about each other and about the Adam situation. I think Cinder is going to return, and she's going to return with a fucking vengeance, and she's going to return with Neo. And I expect I expect a Yang-Neo fight, and I definitely expect a Cinder-Ruby fight. So, that has to happen, I feel like, this season. Like, just a prelude to it. And I feel like this season is going to be the downfall of Atlas. Well, not the downfall, but I think it's going to be the beginning of the downfall. Because I really truly believe that.
You're just 3 moves away from conquering Remnant.
And Salem is definitely 3 moves away from conquering Remnant. So I could definitely see her trying to organize her force, because you could already see the Grimm is approaching very strong in Mantle. So I don't know, man. I'm just saying, but I definitely see that aspect. Overall, I'm expecting Atlas to really get into a fight. And then, of course, I do want to talk about the Aesops, but man, fuck the Aesops. We'll learn more about them in episode 2. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my synopsis of season 7. Like I said, once again, I'm predicting Weiss, Winter, discussion, argument, but then fight. Then I'm expecting Weiss finally confronting her family. Then I'm expecting Yang and Blake to finally have the discussion about Adam. I definitely believe Adam is going to recover and want to come back. So we might see that happening. I'm expecting Crow and a Winter discussion, but really a Crow and Crow and Jimmy fight. And then I'm expecting Atlas to be under attack by the Congregation of Chaos. So Salem is definitely going to organize her forces and finally attack Atlas, or get ready to attack Atlas. And I want to say that, and I'm putting it out there, and this might be the craziest thought I've ever thought, but I think the inside man, the spy in Atlas, is Weiss's dad. I think that's it. Weiss's fucking dad. Or Weiss's fucking butler that helped them escaped. I'm just saying. Putting it out there. If I'm wrong, then fuck it. I'm wrong. But if I'm right,
Sensational.
and y'all all have to hold that shit. Anyways, be on the lookout for episode 2. It'll be coming soon. And, of course, if you like the episode, like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm trying to survive. And just know that this wonderful episode that I did it for me, but I also did it for you. So I'm out of here. I got to get ready. I'm waiting. I'm excited. Ooh, I can't wait for the next episode. I'm out of here, though, man. So, of course,
Salutations.
I'm out, man.
Bonsai.
Bonsai!
Stay litten.